I.S.U.P.K.
Was the brother bringing out real heavy? I'm gonna tell you why. Because the brother said, "Oh, we really living life. We think living our life is watching Snoop Dogg Crip Walk at the Superbowl." You understand? We think watching Eminem take a kneel, like we pseudo celebrate and try to live through other people, man. When let me tell you something. Anybody who was excited over that Super Bowl halftime performance is because you fell for the okie doke. You understand? Because that made us forget all about Colin Kaepernick. All about the fact of the matter that he still don't have a job. You understand? Because our lives are so miserable being oppressed inside New York. We gotta live through 50 Cent. We gotta live through Mary J. We gotta live through Snoop Dogg. And then all of a sudden we feel good and talk about, oh, Black History Month. That was the greatest Super Bowl performance ever. And then they applaud the white boy for taking a kneel when it wasn't even during the national anthem. You understand? When nobody's burning Eminem albums, but they burn Kaepernick's jersey. Nobody's ripping up his concert tickets, but you saw them rip up their NFL season passes because Kaepernick wanted to turn around and fight against white supremacy in the best way that he could, by raising awareness of these bastards that are kneeling on our necks for 9 minutes at a time. Give me Jeremiah 8 and 11. You understand? We want to sit down and live through everybody else when once again that was a token. That was just a token because their viewership is down. Because COVID came and plagued the NFL that they had cardboard figurines in the stands. So they're trying to re-up and make their money back. Why? Because Black and Hispanics, we don't own industries, we're just consumers. And they want the #1 consumer in America back in the stands, spending money on those tickets, buying the jerseys, watching the games, so they can continue to get rich, while we stay poor inside the ghetto. While once again, Kaepernick still doesn't have a job. I was talking to somebody, they're like, "You watching the Super Bowl?" I said, "No." They said, "Why not?" I said, "Kaepernick." They said, "You still on that?" "Yeah, I'm still on that. Because I don't got a memory past a week ago." You understand that? The same way I still remember Tamir Rice, Eric Garner, Sandra Bland, Ricardo Diaz, the same way I remember every single one of our family members, my brothers and sisters that they murdered. I'm not going to forget about Kaepernick either. You understand? You can't buy my love. Read.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 8, verse 11. For they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people.
They heal the hurt of the daughter of my people. How?
Saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace.
No, how do they heal? You skipped the word right there, brother. Read it again.
Of my people, slightly.
What?
Slightly.
They heal the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly. Because instead of giving us real justice, they give you a Super Bowl party. They give you entertainment. Everybody was like, "Oh man, you see Snoop gangbanging on national TV?" They heal the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly. Saying what?
Peace, peace.
They say what?
Peace, peace.
But what's the reality of the situation?
When there is no peace.
There is no goddamn peace. And if you think there's peace, you're asleep in America. You understand? There ain't no peace. They're still murdering us. They murder us for jogging, for jaywalking. Sandra Bland died for flicking a cigarette. You understand that? We shouldn't be smoking nowhere anyway. But they murder us continually inside these streets, saying peace, peace, when there is no peace. They always turn around and say, "Man, why are these Israelites so angry?" Why ain't you angry? The scripture says, "Oppression maketh a wise man mad." That must make us the wisest men on the planet. Because you ain't gonna buy our love. We're not gonna sell out for a little bit of entertainment. Not for Uncle Snoop, not for 50, not for Monet. You understand? AKA Mary J. It don't work like that. Because you know what? Because I felt it every time one of our brothers and sisters got gunned down. You understand? Every time they got put in an illegal chokehold and then the damn officer gets what? A paid leave of absence? They murder you and they still get paid for it. Then they keep their job. Listen, I was on the way home the other day. I got pulled over, and this is what was amazing. I got pulled over next to the Park Hill Projects in Staten Island with a roadblock. And I'm like, why y'all ain't never do this on Harlem Boulevard? Y'all over here about to give me a tent ticket. Why you ain't going and harassing the white folks? And then they're like, oh, I'm like, oh, okay, I understand. De Blasio defunded y'all. So now y'all gotta come oppress the poor even more. That's what it is? And then I'm looking, and I'm like, oh, y'all gotta pay for them new cameras on your jacket. Oh wait, he got 2 cameras on his jacket. Why you got 2 cameras? And I'm like, those cameras ain't gonna do no good. Female officer says, why not? I said, because you murdered Eric Garner on camera. That's why I know the camera's not gonna do nothing. So now the footage is in your power, is in your control. That camera ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. You understand? Pantaleone still didn't lose his job. Oh, that was your homeboy at the 120, wasn't it? Murdering Eric Garner, huh? So what the hell are we talking about here? So you need to come to the ghetto to give us tent tickets, and you talking about this is security? It's because the city's broke. The city's broke because God is plaguing this place with COVID-19. If you would have asked us 5 years ago if we would have thought we'd all be wearing masks everywhere we go, arguing over a vaccine, you think I'm crazy. Because it was all about making America great again. America was never great. You want to know when America was great? Before 1492. Before Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Before these bastards came to the shores of America and murdered 77 million North American Indians. Before you polluted the Hudson. Before you went and conquered America from sea to shining sea, and then you dropped bombs on some yellow people. Because you cannot have peace with anybody on the planet. So why do we sit here and keep giving them our love? When they say peace, peace, but there is no goddamn peace. Man, later for that. There is a new breed of black and Hispanic being raised up in the earth. And it's going to take a lot more than a Super Bowl performance to win us over. You understand? It's going to take a lot more than a stimulus check to win us over. But what do? We went and made memes and called them Moneybag Joe. You understand? When meanwhile, Biden is worse than Trump. You understand? And Trump wasn't the worst president in the world either. Well, you forgot George Washington owned slaves? This is what they do. They make you feel good by saying, we'll remove the Confederate statues. But, you know, the American flag is just as bad as the Confederate flag, don't you? The American flag, first of all, the Star-Spangled Banner was sold by a slave. But the white girl got the credit for it. Meanwhile, it was her slave that sold that flag, man. Everything in America that you love, we created. We made. Because white people don't invent a goddamn thing. You know what white people invented? The patent office. Right. They invented taking credit for black inventions. That's what they invented. That's right. They invented taking credit. You understand? And then now look at us right now. We're in Harlem right now. We're on Malcolm X Boulevard right now. How many black businesses is here? Right. I could count one. Right. Wells Fargo, white owned. Chopped Cheese, Arab owned. You come across the street, Whole Foods, white owned. CVS, white owned. Staples, white owned. Now here's the thing. We fought in civil rights to go sit on a toilet. Black man, how many bathrooms can you use on this strip? None. You understand? That brother said none. You understand? You know what that means? Integration failed us, man. That's right. Joining our oppressor has failed us. Because we keep falling for the goddamn okie doke. We keep falling for smooth words. You understand? We keep acting like a hoe. An abused hoe. And you know what we keep doing? Like the same way that this woman turns around and says, he'll change. We keep making excuses for America every time they murder one of us. They'll change. They'll change. Oh, what happened to your eye? I fell. You ain't fall. We have to stop blaming the oppressed for the oppression. Instead, I'm going to do this. I'm going to say that the white man, woman, and child is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And I'm going to say that every black, Hispanic, and North American Indian, your oppression is not your fault. our oppression is not our fault. That this level of poverty that we live in, this condition that we live in inside the ghetto is orchestrated and organized. It is systematic. That slavery never ended. It just became sophisticated. And we better wisen up. We better wisen up. We better get angry. And above all, we better get selfish as a nation. And I don't mean as an individual, because we're already selfish as individuals. When individualism is the destruction of a nation, I'm talking about we better be selfish with our brothers and sisters. We better be selfish with our people. We better start looking at each other with some goddamn dignity and respect. And now let me tell you why it's so important then that you too say the white man is the devil. I'm gonna tell you why. Because every time you call them the devil, you're saying a black man, an Hispanic man, and a Native Indian man, woman, and child is better than them. They are beneath us. And that's what the hell they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be beneath us, man. We're the greatest people on the face of the earth. I'm gonna give it back to the brother.
No cowards in our camp, that'll let their colors fly.
I.S.U.P.K. 53rd Annual Lord Passover.
53rd Annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida.
It's going down.
You're here tonight to get a chance to be righteous enough to be worthy of God coming to save you.
That's right.
It's going down. The Lord's 53rd Annual Passover.
When we say we no cowards, we talk that business. We no cowards up in here.
Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, the IHG Hotel, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
Here's a lot of men down. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord.
Comes with all your dishes, pots, pans, forks, knives.
I kind of like this. This is like an apartment and a hotel room. You know what I mean? Yeah. This here right here is about to be holy ground. It's gonna be holy ground. All our beautiful, wonderful brothers and sisters from all over the world. You understand? We can boast that now. Brothers and sisters coming not only from every state, but from all over the world. I heard the numbers this year is ridiculous. We had to buy out the whole hotel.
Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
My camp undefeated. You cannot debate. You just want the clout. We just want the greatest. I'm just trying to get it.
This is going to be glorious.
One